you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out here in the eye. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The 26-year-old Cobb was out in Week 8 with an injury. What does that do with him out? Montgomery was out as well. How does that impact things for Aaron Rodgers and company?
I think in a big way, because Randall Cobb's one of the better slot receivers in the game, but he also can swing back and play running back for you. It's not just a gimmick. He actually can carry the ball inside and to the perimeter. And here's one other thing. It cuts down on worrying about trick plays from Green Bay. Randall Cobb was also a quarterback at Kentucky and can throw the option pass.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught 1 pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 69 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And this is off the left, upright, and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Second down now after the pass completion. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Touchdown, Packers! Randall Cobb, 67 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've had to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the...
Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watch left. Hurry up. Under 10.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 56 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 79 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And he knocks it through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers now on 1st down. Well, this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Nelson had his 2nd-best output of the season in Week 8, 94 yards, Charles, and a touchdown as well.
Nice to see him rounding into form, even though they lost the game at Atlanta. Because let's face it, when the season began, Jordy Nelson's back, right back to what they were doing before. But he was coming off of a significant injury and had to get his timing back, as well as that timing with his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. It looks like that's being worked out quite nicely for Green Bay.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving. Offensive tackle, it doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
7 yards to go on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now it's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the lead will grow by 1 more. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They'll get 16 yards there, and it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football.
Antonio Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of time. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Now Brown. A minute 52 left to play in this second quarter. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Completes it to Hayward Bay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Over the middle here to Brown. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Hayward Bay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this one caught by Coates. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll... And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come up in an offset eye. On 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end. It's Green for the Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And it's up and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. 6-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Fans, in honor of Veterans Day, for every point scored during the NFL's 32 Salute to Service games, the league will donate $1,000 to its military nonprofit partners, including the Pat Tillman Foundation. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. But we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. The final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Defense showing blitz. They come out here in the eye. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing now is Rodgers. So this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before. Mason Crosby from the left hash, this from 39. And Crosby puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over, A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. We've got a 3rd and 11. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing is Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intent.
Trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be, and depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is off the crossbar. Denied a chance to take the lead, but to no avail. Well, he had that one on target here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. He's got a man. It's Williams. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just been driving on those.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On second down, here's yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. And now they're in the hurry up. Here's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And it's 4th and 4.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got time. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And into the lead. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 61 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll go again with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
First and 15 here behind the chains. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this one caught by Coates. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll loop. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. But how about this, a fake? And Davis has it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Rodgers to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw, Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners.